From costly mistakes to drop balls to even a sideline shouting drama, we saw all of the bad in the Jets' 27-12 loss to the Bengals. New York Post Jets beat writer Brian Costello is here because it's time that we start talking accountability for gangrene. Now, Brian, I know Coach Saleh likes to wear the positive vibes only shirt, but there wasn't many positives yesterday. The penalties, the mistakes, it cost the Jets again. It's time to start finger pointing after that performance. Who gets the blame for this loss?
Everyone, Brandon. The only guy who did his job yesterday was Greg Zuerlein, right, the kicker, and Sauce Gardner had a pretty good game, but everybody else was rough, and the dumb mistakes were just a killer. John Franklin Myers getting the roughing the passer call there at the end of a play where he should have just let Joe Burrow throw the ball and not hit him. Then Corey Davis has a stupid penalty in the fourth quarter that kills a drive. It just was mistake after mistake after mistake, and Jordan Whitehead doesn't wrap up the guy and he goes for a touchdown. It was just really sloppy football, and I think everybody on the Jets has to be looking at themselves today.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you point the finger towards yourself. That type of loss, hopefully, that'll rally them going in for the rest of this season. So let's talk about that infamous blow-up on the sideline. Quinnen Williams and his defensive line coach got into each other's faces and even looked like a full-on screaming match. What did you hear about that incident, and why did it go down?
Yeah, Quinnen was upset. The play before was the 56-yard touchdown to Tyler Boyd, and the Jets had called a 7-man blitz on that play. And Quinnen was upset, said, put it on us. It should be a 4-man rush. Now, I think that was the beginning of the argument. I can't see Quinnen getting that fired up about a 4-man rush. I'm wondering if the defensive line coach said something to him back, and that's what pissed Quinnen off, because Quinnen's a pretty mild-mannered guy. So I don't know, we'll never know exactly what was said there, but it seemed like after the game had been squashed, and I don't think there's any hard feelings. Aaron Whitecotton, the defensive line coach, is a very intense coach. When you watch Jets practice, you can hear him all over the field. He's a fiery guy. So I'm sure, he had a role in that as well as Quinnen. Like I said, Quinnen's usually pretty mild-mannered, so it must have taken a lot to get him that aggravated.
All right, they'll keep that in-house, obviously, as they should. It was just a bad look, especially how the game was going. All right, we got the negative out of the way. Let's get a positive. Zach Wilson comes back just in time before a tough stretch of matchups. Can he save the Jets season?
No. How about that answer, Brandon?
Wow, I didn't expect that.
This isn't on Zach completely, Brandon, but the offense is broken right now, and I don't think Zach is the fix that's just automatically going to make it better. They could be without George Fant on Sunday. His knee did not look good against the Bengals. He left the game in the third quarter, didn't come back. I talked to him after the game. He said he's been trying to battle through this. He didn't sound like he was too optimistic about coming back. So now you could have your fourth and fifth tackles playing Sunday in Pittsburgh. I know they don't have TJ Watt, which the Jets should be thankful for, but that's still tough. And the Jets offense just looks off. And look, Zach Wilson hasn't done much in 2 months almost. Or I guess it's about a month and a half since his injury. He's done a little bit in practice. He'll do a lot more this week, I'm sure. But, it's different when you get in a game. And I think he's going to be a little rusty, and it's going to take him a little while to warm up. And like I said, I don't think this is all on him, because the Jets offense just has a lot of issues right now.
We said we were going to end on a positive note. I guess the positive thing is there's no TJ Watt next week, and you're going up against Mitch Trubisky. Right there.
It's a winnable game. It's a winnable game for the Jets. That's the positive, Brandon.
I'll take it. Print it.